So welcome back guys to my channel. It is so nice to see you guys again here at Bramble Reed, and today we are going to be doing an introduction to the industrial sewing machine. Now before we start, I'm asking that anyone that is new to the channel feel free to subscribe to my channel by hitting that red subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell. That will allow you to know the next time that I upload. To thumbs up it if you like it, and leave a comment down in the description box. The industrial sewing machine is known as a manufacturer's workhorse, with its external robust motor that gives it the capacity to run for an entire workday. Whether it's at high speed or low speed, this machine remains known as a maintenance-free machine for a long period of time. There are many types of industrial sewing machines, of all which are designed for a specific function. Whether it be the lock stitch machine, a chain stitch machine, an overlock stitch machine, a blind hem machine, or a zigzag. These machines were designed for one specific task. Now there are additional machines that you are able to get, such like a bar tacking machine, which reinforces your fabric, best known in denims and denim jackets, a buttonhole machine, which creates a buttonhole, and a button sew machine, which attaches the button to your garment. Now manufacturers like this machine also because of its heavy duty quality. It is best known for sewing leather quilts, canvases, denim, multi-level denim. You can also make bags, wallets, dog collars, waistbands, and etc. with this machine. Today we're going to be looking at the Jack A2, which is a machine that has an automatic cutter. At the Jack A2. Now I really wanted a Juki sewing machine. That's what I learned to sew with when I did fashion designing. They didn't have a lot. They only had the old ones, and because of what's going on right now in our society with coronavirus, I took what I got, and I really like this machine. For some things I like, I'm gonna go through with you what I like. One of the great features is that the bobbin winder is at the top, and it winds while you're sewing a garment. Now if you do forget to attach it, you can wind the bobbin automatically. However, because you have two areas where threads go, which is right here, it is a good idea that as soon as you're making a garment that you get two threads, and you ensure you set yourself up so that you're always winding your bobbin while you're sewing. It's easier on your machine. Now this blue button here is a really good function for when you're doing corners. So what happens is it has two parts. You can press top or you can press the bottom. Now the top part does a stitch, but it's at least a slow stitch that you can control. The bottom part stitches where the needle goes up, and then you click it again and the needle goes down. Now this function only works when you're actually sewing. So you do have to be sewing your garment, and then you reach the corner and you make the decision on which stitch you're going to be using. Look at that. And it walks, or you can go one and it lifts up, down, and then you can move your position. So I really enjoy that portion of it. And I like the automatic trimmer, which, let me just position myself properly. When you're done, and then there you go, and it uses very little. There's little thread, and then it wastes a little bit of thread, which is nice also. This machine does come with an LED light. You do have to turn it on, so I'm going to turn it on. You should never turn on a machine and mess around with it. And the LED switch is here, so you can turn it off. You can have it low, or you can do it on high. This machine has a triple feed mechanism. It is that feed that allows the machine to be durable and sew through thick fabrics such as upholstery fabric, vinyl, and heavy denims. It allows you also to go over thick bulky seams continuously, about 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch thick. The machine, the feed dog, this mechanism allows the feed dog and the machine pull your fabric through. You no longer have to push it through. Your machine will just gently feed it through. You also have a bobbin casing here, but you will be feeding your bobbin through the underneath of the machine. For some strange reason, I don't know if they did this intentionally, but this doesn't open. You have to lift up the machine a little bit to get it open. So you wouldn't put your bobbin through the top, you would go underneath the bottom. Also have the integrated knee lift, which is hooked to your machine. When you press this, you'll press your foot, but then you also have a quick release at the back. Okay, and that quick release lifts it up if you need your presser foot to stay up. You also have a paddle style reverse here, and that's your reverse button. And you also have an easy stitch length adjusting. It goes from 0 to 5. The other thing that I really enjoy about this machine is I like the fact that the machine has the trimmer, like I said. I like that you're able to lower the speed on it. Now, as soon as you get an industrial sewing machine, the first thing you should do is figure out whether or not you can sew at the speed that it's at, and if not, turn it down or move it up. Okay, I like mine there, only for your top pressing, because once you go all the way, it does zoom really fast. So that is just for when you start off, so you have more control. And then you have your adjustments here up and down, which I really enjoy that. I think it's really nice. Now, I don't know if the Juki has that, but that's why I specifically got this machine. I'm not caring about the color. Now, it does have a ruler on the side. In the day, when they used to do rulers, 1/2 inch was generally distinguished. So as you look at this ruler, you see, so this is your 1 inch. You see your 1/4 inch, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4. You can see all of those clearly. You can see your 1/8 of an inch, and you can see your 1/16 of an inch. But you cannot see the 1/2 of an inch. An inch is in a small, is it right here. So this one technically should have been a little bit longer, because you see down here, that's normally what they do, right? And you're not going to be looking down here because 27 is here, 28 is here, so that's all off alignment. So they needed to have made this a little bit more identifiable. So I hope everyone knows the trick is to tie your new thread on and then pull it through your tensions down through the needle, and then with the needle you would be able to just use the needle thread guide and thing it through, opposed to rethreading it. When you first get your machine, you should take a picture the way it's threaded, just so you don't miss anything, because with this specific machine, it goes through and it loops over, and it's missing this thread here, okay? And then it goes down and it loops over again, and then it goes through your tension. So when you're threading the machine, always start off with a nice piece of thread, a new thread, and then you're going to put your thread through here. So unlike a domestic sewing machine, an industrial sewing machine does not have a flat part on your needle. It has a groove on this portion on the needle, and you're letting you know that your needle is to be threaded from left to right. Okay? And because this is an automatic threader, it has a small amount of thread that goes here. And also remember, do not leave your sewing machine on when you are threading. The only reason why I left it on is so that I have the light, so that it's easier for me to zoom in and show you exactly what I was talking about. Layers of fabric that it sews through with ease. Once you are finished working on a project, you should clean your machine. So I left mine dirty. I just bought it last week. Actually, my friend got it for me because I was making masks, so it would be easier. So a big shout out to my friend Michael. Thank you so much. So this sewing machine has not been cleaned yet, and I intentionally left it just so I can show you guys exactly how to do it. You should really do it every time you sew. You should clean your sewing machine after you're done. Now I generally clean, I do it after I sew a bulk. So let's say you're doing a collection, I would do one full collection and then clean it. And if as I do my mask, every session that I do a mask, then I clean it after using it. And you will notice that there's dust, a little bit of dust particles there. And here's inside, you see the oil, and the oil is actually getting a little lowish. And this part here generally gets dusty. This is where your bobbin is, and that's just to ensure that your machine lasts for a while. We've come to the end of another episode, and I wanted to take the time to thank you guys so much for being here until the end. Now, if you have any questions or you'd like me to do a specific video, leave your comments down in the comments section and I will be happy to oblige you, of course, depending on what video it is. Now guys, if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. It will allow you to know the next time that I upload. Now guys, if you know someone that will benefit from this video, please feel free to share the video with them. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Take care and have a fabulous week.